everyone, hello, we're back for PEBA week 2 versus Niko and the Manchester Masquerains. So, spoiler alert, I forgot to say that last week I made some trades on my team, so we no longer have Autumn Wash and Alolan Ninetales, but we now have Zero Aura and Whimsicott in place, and they both happen to come this week. And they did well, I say they did incredibly well. Zero Aura didn't do so well, but Whimsicott was definitely an MVP of this game. So before we go through the replay, I'm going to do a quick rundown of the team builder. As per usual, cannot remember what on earth I was doing. It was Niko's birthday, the day we played. Did say happy birthday then, belated happy birthday now. And our deal was that we built it in 10 minutes to half an hour and then played a few hours later. So this week is the first week that D-Max Furret came with us. Whole plan was just to bring some coverage, coil up, and hopefully kill some things once we were D-Max. Focus Sash was just to try and get the foil off. Didn't quite go in that order, but that's for the game. Now Zero Aura didn't do too much, but Sugar Berry for any potential earthquakes coming in. I call it 90% miss animation because Plasma Fist always looks like it misses to me. Drain Punch, Knockoff Substitute. Needless to say, I've never used Zero Aura before, so this was kind of a, if I can get it out, sub up and hopefully start hitting things. Then we have Whimsicott, we have Cloud. I realised a bit late that Whimsicott doesn't get Reflect, only Light Screen, and that buggered my plans a little bit, but it still worked out. So we just had Toxic, Light Screen, Moonblast, Tailwind. The idea there was try and get a Prankster Tailwind off, probably die, and then so Furret can come out and start hitting things. Toxic, Light Screen, Moonblast, just general Whimsicott things, spread status, get some damage reduction, and hit things with a fairly boosted Moonblast, even though in this one, as you can see, we didn't put much into its special attack, we kept it a very defensive build. Celestina again came back, another similar set to last week, Link Sheet, Air Slash, Flash Cannon, another very defensive build. Yeah, not much more to say about that one. And then my lovely Mr. Bobby came this time. Kept it a very special defense build this one. He was literally just meant to sit there, disable things with Cursed Body, spread some status, reduce attack, score things, hex things to death. He did very well. Sean did tell me later, don't overplay him, and I saw that message well after the game, and I was there like, well, I don't think I did. I think the way I played Jellicent in that game was decent enough. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to toot my own horn too much. And lastly, we had Dragonite. So the plan here was I was going to lead up with him, get a Dragon Dance off and start hitting things. It only lasted for about 2 turns. But that was what the plan was. And yeah, let's go to the game. Spoiler alert again, not remember what on earth happened here, so if anything it's like I'm watching it with you. I'll just put it on slow. So yeah, I started off with Dragonite and Niko left with Tornadus. I immediately pressed Dragon Dance. Tornadus U turned out, broke the multi-scale, not the best of moments for me. And Gourgeist comes out. Now I didn't actually expect Gourgeist to come, so I didn't really have a lot of coverage for this thing, but I wasn't about to sacrifice anything, so I started going for the Ironhead Lynches. And then I get tricked onto a Choice Scarf, which isn't terrible. Again, just pressed Ironhead, and then Trick Room came up. Now this was a bit of a awkward moment for me. I get whisked, and I was outsped, but yeah, I still get a kill on Gourgeist for Dragonite, and that goes down. My plan here is just keep Dragonite out. I didn't really have enough plan for it, so Krowboi comes out, and I just get absolutely annihilated by Crabhammer. As you can tell by the chat, everyone was very excited to see Crab come out. Jellicent comes out with Ice Hammer, takes a lot of damage, but then we just strengths out all that health back, and Crab is essentially crippled at this point. I think at this point I guessed that it was I guessed it was banded. Scored out on the Dramper here. Didn't do too much. Trick Room goes down. Put Toxic on it, and I think I just sit here to plan and stall it out. Hyper Voice comes out on me. I just stayed in, didn't do anything, and then I just started strength zapping. Yeah, the Thunderbolts start coming out, and now I get a little bit worried here. But I have faith in Mr. Blobby. But then I stay in and get another strength zap. This is what I mean by overplaying Mr. Blobby. I definitely overstayed my welcome here. But with Curse Body proccing, Special Defense, he just kind of sat there and just threw toxics on everything. I had a lot of faith in not getting crit, especially until that happened, but 13% isn't terrible. And then Hex came out on Dramper, which was a very good switch by Niko. So it meant he could see my entire moveset at that point. I kind of healed up on the strength zap again. Sean criticising the crab set in the chat. And then I do just sit there, and this is where it's definitely I'm overplaying, because he doesn't need to stay out, but I didn't. And this is where I think I misplayed. Because I expected another Thunderbolt, Niko predicts that and throws Draco Meteor onto Zera Aura, so it does just die. So I absolutely got tricked out of the kill there, which was fine. Threw up another light screen. For Whimsicott, the Prankster means Toxic just kills it at this point. It turns out to be a Throat Spray Trample, which would have been incredibly threatening if I hadn't sat there on it. Throw out Whimsicott into Celesteela on the Tornado switch. Hurricane misses, which is quite lucky for me, but I'm not too sure if it would have done too much Celesteela anyway. U-turns out, and and then Crab comes back out on this Celesteela. I throw out a Leech Seed on it. It didn't really matter too much in the long run because Ice Howl I was very scared of the Ice Howl. But then I started air slashing instead. It didn't flinch, which is fine. You know, we're not Serene Grace Celesteela over here. Leech Seed gets most of my health back, and then Crab goes down to the Leech Seed rather than the air slashing it on to get that little bit of health back. Obviously not too much, but any health is good at this point. And then out comes the D-Max Sudowoodo, which we've all been waiting for, and then I had to play very, very hard on this one. Threw a Leech Seed on it. Rockfall did quite a lot to me. Sandstorm comes up, luckily doesn't do anything, Celesteela because it's Steel type, gets some health back due to Leech Seed and leftovers. I protect, try and stall out some of the damage. Obviously it still goes down, it doesn't go down here. I completely forgot it didn't die. So I think do I? Don't get the flinch here because it doesn't affect D-Max. So yeah, Celesteela does go down here. Did incredibly well. Stall out the Sudowoodo D-Max turns. And then I do have to play quite carefully. I get the strength zap up from Pseudo, gets Mr. Blobby all the way back up, and then the Woodhammer comes out and absolutely annihilates my health, and then my luck with Curse Body procs come out. Sandstorm affects me, I get leftovers and I get Leech Seed back. I just strength zap up for the health. Head Smash comes out. Wasn't too sure on that play, honestly. But the Sandstorm goes down, and then I have to play around Excadrill. And anyone who knows me knows that I absolutely hate this Pokemon. It Swords Dances on me. I schooled it praying for a burn or just chipping it down for damage, which I didn't get the burn off, which would have probably just been a kick in the teeth at this point. But then my plan becomes very clear. So I come out on Whimsicott, I Tailwind, and then I go down to the Iron Head, and then my entire plan from here is afraid that furret outspeeds on the tailwind Dynamax. Yeah, I might take up for the attack boost. Well, leave her for last. I'm in week 2. Now, I had a great load of fun in that game versus Niko. I've only battled him once before, and it was a great laugh back then as well. Very glad that Furry got to come out versus the Sudowoodo. But yeah, there's not really much else I want to say on that battle. I think my end game especially, I knew how to play it out. But next week we face Eevee, and I don't know a lot of the people in PEBA. I've heard that Eevee is quite good, so I'm a little bit worried about that game. But now we are 1-1 in PEBA, and yeah, I mean, there's not much else to say here, so I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye!